Just announced today, Princess Leonor's royal wedding live from Denmark, Spain in shock. Today was ordinary, then the royal world shattered. Denmark whispers, Spain gasps. Princess Leonor's wedding is happening. Live from Copenhagen. And nobody saw this coming. The announcement dropped this morning. A tightly worded communiqué from the Spanish royal household. It began simply, Her Royal Highness, Princess Leonor, will be married in Denmark. In one breath, the future of the Spanish monarchy pivoted. In another, two nations were thrust into shared shock. In that moment, a private promise became public history. She will marry in Copenhagen. Not in Madrid. Not in a Spanish cathedral. In Denmark. Why Denmark? Why now? Because love, royal insiders say, demanded neutrality. A land apart from Spanish politics. A setting where elegance and discretion reign. The wedding will take place in the Church of Our Lady, heart of Copenhagen. The date, August 17, 2026. A summer Saturday. Ceremony begins at 11 a.m. local time. Leonor's gown, reported to be a minimalist white silk creation by a Danish-Spanish designer, will reflect this union. It will marry Nordic lines and Iberian detail. She will walk in through a grand door flanked by centuries-old statues. Sunlight streaming through stained glass, illuminating her path. As she enters, the Danish royal guard will stand in ceremonial formation. Crowds line the streets. The world watches. This choice of venue is deeply strategic. Denmark represents monarchy balanced with modern democracy. Spain faces unrest, calls for republicanism, and debates over royal relevance. Hosting the wedding abroad reduces pressure, avoids domestic spectacle, and underscores the idea that monarchy is European, not just national. Danish royals will host, yet the ceremony is Spanish in heart. Spanish language readings. Castilian psalms. A fusion service to reflect two nations linked by this union. The guest list is international. Queen Margrethe of Denmark. Princes and princesses of Scandinavia. Heads of state from Europe. Spanish dignitaries and Catalan leaders. Members of the public chosen by lottery to attend in Spain and Denmark simultaneously. But while the world learns, questions swirl behind the scenes. In Madrid, shock. Court corridors buzz with whispers. Officials scramble. Royal advisors were blindsided by the timing. Letitia's eyes widened when she read the statement. She understood the symbolism, but worried about optics. Would Spaniards interpret this as distancing? Would they see a future queen marrying abroad as abandoning Spain? King Felipe, quiet and resolute, weighed the risk. He saw the boldness. And, ultimately, approved, though reluctantly. He met with Leonor last night. They spoke long into the evening. He said, if Denmark must host to preserve dignity, then Denmark will host. Leonor, ambitious yet compassionate, made her choice. She would not wait for perfect conditions. She would act. She would lead. What about Alejandro? When will he arrive? What role will he play at the ceremony? He will fly in discreetly. He won't wear a prince's title, at least initially. His role will be that of a partner, not a sovereign adjunct. When will he be publicly introduced in Spain? Sources suggest a televised event the night before the wedding, straight from Madrid's Plaza de Oriente. Leonor will speak. She will present Alejandro to her people. Will there be controversy in Parliament? Already constitutional lawyers are convening. They debate whether a marriage abroad requires a parliamentary vote under Spanish law. Some call for reform. Others insist precedent suffices. What about public reaction? Spain's youth lean in favor. Older traditionalists bristle, but polling shows a surprising trend. Many see this as refreshing, bold, necessary. Imagine Copenhagen's skyline, spires, canals, pale buildings basking in summer light. The church's tall windows echo centuries of worship. The hush of crowds, the gentle strains of a choir, the rustle of silk, the seals of national banners, Spanish red and gold, Danish red and white, fluttering side by side. At the reception, Swedish strings, Spanish guitars. Touches of Ambos paises, Swedish birch branches with Spanish roses. Menus combining tapas and Scandinavian seafood. Leonor will speak at dinner. She will thank Denmark. She will thank Spain. And she will affirm that her life, her duty, is tied to both. After the wedding, Leonor and Alejandro will travel to Madrid. They will make a joint address at the Palacio Real, greeting crowds. Then embark on a national tour, Andalusia, Catalonia, the Basque Country, Galicia. To show that her reign is Spain's. Alejandro may be granted a new title later, perhaps Duke Consort of Asturias. But for now, he remains in limbo. Neither prince, nor private citizen. A living symbol of transition. Royal watchers predict this wedding will recast monarchy in Spain. It will shift narratives, spark reforms, redefine what tradition means in the modern world. And at the end of the day, one truth prevails. Princess Leonor chose love, strategy, and sovereignty all at once. Denmark will host the vows. Spain will carry the crown. History will remember this morning's announcement not just as headlines, but as a turning point. Because today, the wedding was announced. Tomorrow, the vows will bind two hearts. And for a generation of Spaniards, royalty will never look the same again.